he showed, or one of the people, producers, whatever, on my MySpace page. They really wanted me on the show, but I couldn't be on there because I was English. So they wanted like an American person to be on there, but then I guess it was like 2 days passed, so they thought about it, and then they just like called me up begging me to be on it.
What? So at first they were like, no, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, please? Yeah,
but I guess I just couldn't find anyone to be on the show, and it was like they'd done all the auditions around the country, they had auditioned everybody, hadn't found enough females, that they was due to start shooting in like 2 days. They'd call me up, like, yo, like, please, you have to be on it.
So, like, the auditions that they actually aired on TV, were those real auditions?
Everybody else was, yeah, except me, because I didn't audition.
Oh, okay. Because when I'm watching...
Yeah, it was real.
Were there other people that were really trying to audition and get on the show besides you guys? Everyone that made it?
Yeah, there was a lot. Other people I spoke to from the show, they said that the auditions were crazy. There were mad people down there.
Okay, because when they aired it, it seemed like everyone that got on the show were the only people that were really trying to get on there for rapping. Because there's like some chick that's rapping about cows, and then there's some dude who's
I thought the same thing when I saw it. I was like, these people are retarded. They really want to be on there for real?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, and it made it seem like everyone who made it were the only people that were actually
all
real.
10 people that got on there, the only 10 people that were like normal. That I don't know. I mean, like I said, I didn't go to any of the auditions, so I don't really know what kind of crazy people were auditioning. But I know they definitely did hold big auditions, and a lot of people turned up. I guess maybe they just picked out the weirdest people to show the world.
Yeah.
The other regular people didn't bother putting on because it would be boring to watch. But
do you think?
Yeah, there look like some crazy people out there.
Do you think maybe they just kind of like brought some people in just to kind of make it funny? Because it seemed like the whole show was just sort of like a humor show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was like the whole show was kind of a joke. It's like, I think some of them definitely they might be actors.
So. When from being on the show to then watching it, was there some things you were like, how come they didn't air it, or how come they aired this but not that?
There was quite a lot of things that I thought they would have aired and they didn't. Especially like a lot of situations had been in. Like 2 days before I left, we had a big block party, and that was like a whole days of filming, and it was fun. We were playing games. We had like the whole hood area, like we had a barbecue. All the kids were playing. It was a fun day, and I would have thought they would have, had that on the show, but they didn't do none of that. They had this one part when they all pulled us aside, and we got told off for graffitiing, and they made us whitewash the walls.
What? You guys were graffitiing?
Yeah, because in the house there was like, obviously that's kind of boring. There's not much to do. There's no music, no TV. They had a bunch of spray cans on the floor, and everyone was like spraying the walls, like spraying their name. I actually didn't even bother doing it until I was the last person to notice the spray cans, and everyone else had already graffitied their name on the wall, like out on the outside bit, where like a little outside area people could smoke and drink. And I sprayed mine, and the next day we all get called outside by Serge, and he's like, he had these like respected old school graffiti artists. They came and they told us off, and it was like, oh, you're toys. You know how disrespectful it is to do graffiti over someone else's work. I know that, but the work that we had was kind of whack anyway. I thought it looked like the producers of the show might have done it like 5 minutes before we moved in the house. I was like, obviously I would never go out in the real world and spray paint over somebody else's work, but this was like some whack shit anyway. So I was like, so they pulled 4 of us, like the people, like there was 4 of us who had graffiti and had gone over someone else's work, so they pulled us to the side and he had made us whitewash the walls back down again. It was like so humiliating. I was like, this is when I was about to walk out. I was like, man, like, forget this is crazy. Like, I'm not a kid. You can't be making me do this crazy shit.
Yeah.
I got some paint on my Adidas pants, and I'm like, yeah, I have to buy me some new pants if I get paint all on me. And they took our sneakers off. They like stole our sneakers off our feet just to like humiliate us. And I was like, oh, they're definitely going to show that craziness on them. But luckily they didn't. I'm kind of glad though, because it was quite, it was quite humiliating. I know my friends would have been like, well, what was you doing? You should have said, like, get the fuck out of here.
Wow. So, one thing, I was on your MySpace, and this was actually a little while back, and I was reading a blog about how, the Jules Santana thing.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, you were like, I didn't think they would hear that, and yet they did, and they aired it.
Yeah, that was kind of funny. I'm sure I didn't. That was late at night one night when me and Sally were talking, and I swear we had our mics taken off us. Because I know I would never say that shit really loud. And when they zoomed in on my face and they put the subtitles up, I was like, oh no. But I mean, like he's a friend of mine anyway. So, like, that's my homeboy anyway. So he kind of, I thought when he saw the show, he called me up like, oh, I see you giving me props.
Jules Santana is?
Yeah, so.